So now I have to finish this freaking level too.
And we're back.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Spyro the Dragon.
No. We're this is not Spyro the Dragon. We're playing. Let's talk about old PlayStation franchises, and now we're talking about Ratchet and Clank.
Were we doing Ratchet Clank and Jak and Daxter at the same time?
Well, right now I'm doing Ratchet and Clank because I just have it pulled up. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank. Brian has played more.
I never wanted to get into that series.
You never wanted to get into it?
It just looked. There was something about it that just I did not like the design of how anything looked really. Other than Clank, the robot, he was the only
Clank
thing.
Is one of the best designed robots
He's
ever.
the only thing I ever liked. I hate Ratchet's design.
Aw, he's so fun.
So the
He
thing
looks
about
ugly to me.
He's a made-up little critter.
well, I could say.
Meanwhile, another character from his species, the one that came out like recently,
the female one or whatever,
looks a lot better than him. He just looks. I never liked Ratchet's design.
I can tell you right now though that the game.
He feels like a character that could fit in the Sonic franchise.
No.
What do you mean no?
God no.
What do you mean no? He's not any worse than fucking like Styx the Badger.
I will say yes.
Yeah, fuck you. Styx
right.
is fine, but like, I think I think Ratchet is a much better designed character than
That
Styx.
Styx the Badger. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Anyways, the Ratchet and Clank game. Brian, give me your opinions as we go. The original for the PS2.
Great, actually. Like
Alright.
established franchise, phenomenal actual game. To be honest with you.
Rankings, give it about an 80, 89.
Okay,
Yeah.
quick question. Where Jak and Daxter was obviously like kind of a step up from Crash Bandicoot, did Ratchet and Clank feel like a step up from Spyro?
No.
Was
No.
it the same developer?
Insomniac.
No.
Okay.
No. I mean,
I forgot that they both were like
Step
they went from that to
up?
that.
because I'm gonna call it a step up because you see the thing is like Ratchet and Clank is a completely different type of game.
Whereas Jak and Daxter is very much like we're doing the same type of game but different.
Yeah, like when I was
Even
playing
the
Jak
race-
and Daxter last year, which I will go back to that one of these days. It felt like I was playing a Crash game, kind of just different characters, and it just felt like a familiar feel to it.
I want to say that.
So that's why I was wondering if
I would
Ratchet and
agree
Clank
also.
had a similar thing going
No.
as Spyro.
No, definitely not. I would say also too, to be honest with you, I feel like that in the original Jak and Daxter. I don't think I feel that way more.
Oh wait, you guys
of
don't want to know what I think of Slap
Of the second.
Oh, we're getting there next.
the
That'll be the last one.
Oh, okay.
Of the second and third one of when it comes to Jak and Daxter, I don't think it feel like it was like Crash too badly, to be honest with you.
Well, because that's where they changed their whole thing. 'Cause
Yes.
Originally, it was like for Jak and Daxter 1, they're like, let's make a fun little 3D platformer, and then they're like, no, we gotta be different, and they made it edgy for 2 and 3 to make it like different, you know. Anyways, Ratchet and Clank, Going Commander. Which, by the way, if you've never played Ratchet and Clank, all the subtitles are innuendos for inappropriate things.
That's
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
So Going Commando is the name of the sequel.
Yes.
That makes-
and that's the
yeah.
second, that's the second one, and that was a fun game.
Yeah, they put that as a 90. So it's like, that's like even better.
So
than
definitely better than the first one, because it took everything that the original did and made it better. Like in all honesty.
So okay, Nick. So here's the thing: what we did with you with Luigi's Mansion, I'll let you guys do with me and Ratchet and Clank.
But that's hard because Ratchet and Clank. Well,
Those are harder to come by, the originals. I think it's harder
I
to
think they.
find them.
I mean, theoretically, you could just have him play the one that came out on the PS4, the one that they made the movie of.
Rift Apart? Or no,
Not
that's
Rift
PS5.
Apart. Not Rift
Is that the one that had a
that's
movie which
called
was just
Ratchet and Clank.
cutscenes?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that one. Which we'll get to that on the list. But anyways, Up Your Arsenal.
That was a
I
fun
love
game.
that. I love that innuendo, by the way.
That was a fun game.
All right, that's funny.
So far, that's the highest one that they ranked. 91 out of 100. So even higher.
Up Your Arsenal. I'm trying to remember everything about it. Like, yeah, I could see that, to be honest with you.
Alright. Deadlocked?
Deadlock, I think, was the PSP. No.
No, PS2 and 3. That's what it says.
Yes. 3, really?
Oh, maybe they re-released it on 3. I'm
But
just reading.
PS2
I'm just reading.
yes.
Are you sure it's not a Twilight Princess
Oh, wait,
situation?
no. Ratchet. It's Ratchet Deadlocked. It's the one where you don't also have Clank.
Oh yeah,
No.
didn't he have like his own solo adventure at one
Yeah,
point?
Clank.
Kind of like what Daxter did.
Yeah, because something happened to Clank in that.
And he gets his own solo game later.
Yeah, that game also I wouldn't say was bad. Not as good as the originals, but definitely wasn't bad. Like I would probably give it like a 7.5 out of 10 to be honest with you.
They give it about 81, so the lowest so far, but it's still pretty high. Size matters.
That one was for the PSP.
Oh, that makes sense.
So that was for the PSP.
PSP and PS2.
I want to say, if I remember that one, to be honest with you, I think the criticism I have of that one is the controls were bad.
That's fair.
But I don't think it was an awful game.
Alright, Tools of Destruction. This was the PS3 debut one. I remember that.
Tools of Destruction. Yeah, that was the first one for the PS3. That one's still like pretty solid game. It still took off what the like a lot of the Ratchet and Clanks take off of what their predecessors had, and then tried to do something like kookier.
Yeah.
Is it the longest running Sony franchise?
Probably. That they still do? Probably.
Yeah.
Or they still own? Because they don't own
Not owned,
Crash
but
and
still
Spyro.
keep. Yeah, I know. I mean the one that they've been consistent with. Like it's.
It probably is.
I mean, Jack and Daxter had like what 3 games, and then
Jack
the
actually has 6 total, but like 4 in the main series. And then, yeah, you're right. Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah, I would say Ratchet.
No, I'm an idiot. No, God of War is the longest fucking series they
God of War
have.
didn't start till what? PS3?
So if you
PS2.
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 Right? Yeah, but, it was late
but
PS2.
if you think about it, though, if you're talking about how long it's been around, I don't know. I would say definitely probably Ratchet and Clank.
Ratchet and Clank came out before God of War.
But definitely, if you like the amount of games, no, Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Ratchet and Clank has a metric fuck.
Yeah,
ton
I'm
of
getting back. We're
Alright.
going. So Tools of Destruction we said pretty good. They said about 88, 89.
games. Yeah, I would say I agree.
Secret Agent Clank. So that was the Clank.
That also
film.
was that was on PSP. That one was different. It was definitely different, and I think it was kind of kooky because the fact that
You
it
don't
didn't
like
have you don't have to. Well, you do towards the end, like the very fucking end
Well,
of the
yeah,
game.
he finds me again.
Very fucking end of the game, and I think I remember I didn't really like that one. I found it a little bit boring.
Okay. I remember this because I think this was a download-only game for a while. Quest for Booty.
Yes,
Barely.
it was.
You went there.
It was. It's also the last Ratchet and Clank game to not have trophies in it.
Oh.
And
I
that
guess
one,
makes sense.
and that one. So that the reason that was a download only because I believe
It was like an expansion for Tools of Destruction, almost.
correct, or it was like
It was
a.
like a second story or some shit.
It's either that or it was a tie-in to the next one. I think it's what Into the Nexus.
No, Cracking Time.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it was an
'Cause I forgot
introduction.
also the PS3 games are all Ratchet and Clank Future, so it's like it's
Yeah.
further in the timeline, so we call it Future.
Yes,
And it's a trilogy. It's Tools of Destruction, Quest for Booty, and then Cracking Time.
but where's
which is
Into the
next
Nexus then?
That's later, I think.
Because a Crack in Time was fun.
That's later.
A Crack in Time was fun.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so there's a bad one. All for One.
That's the next one.
That's the one that's bad.
Okay.
That one was like.
That's the one where they made it to like a 4-player thing, right?
Yes, that one
I do
was.
remember that.
That one was like an eh.
So real quick, because we didn't go over the scores. For Secret Agent Clank, they gave it like a 73. Fair. Quest for Booty, 77. Cracking Time, 87. And then All for One, a 70. Which is like, okay.
Yeah, that one I didn't have much fun with.
Okay. Full Frontal Assault.
Oh, what was that one?
It says PSP and PS Vita. I think. That's what it's. Oh, wait, maybe they wrote that wrong. Hang on. Let me go back up.
Full Frontal Assault.
Hang on.
I need to see the cover.
Oh no, it's for 2012. PlayStation 3, PS Vita, and PlayStation Now.
God damn it.
This one.
So that. Oh, you know what? That's the.
And you could get both versions.
Yeah.
There was a
So
Vita
that's
version
the,
and a PlayStation 3 version.
Oh, what kind of genre is that? That's the one.
This was Insomniac.
It's an RTS, I think. I think it's an RTS.
Let me see.
Is that the art?
The game blends the series' traditional action adventure and platform shooter mechanics with tower defense elements.
Okay, so that's what it. Yes, that one also was not real fun. To be honest with you.
Well, because they tried to be a little different with it.
Yeah, that one also was not real fun.
Okay. They gave that one a 65. So yeah, all right.
Yeah, I remember it was All for One and Full Frontal Assault. Those are the two that I would say are probably the worst.
He looks like he has balls.
A little
Yeah.
bit. And then we got Into the Nexus.
That one was fun. I didn't like the villain, but that was fun.
The PS4 quasi remake,
So,
just called Ratchet and Clank.
I don't like how they handled it. It was still a good game, though. It was
Yeah,
still
they
fun.
gave it like an 83. So game-wise, it's like...
I don't like how they handle it, to be honest.
Like the
Yeah.
story, you mean?
Not like the fact that they try to put it to a movie.
Oh yeah, the fact... Yeah, the weirdness is it's essentially like a game that is also the movie. And it's like, did they make the movie and then the game? Did they make the game and the movie?
Yeah.
Well, either way, it's weird.
Is this a Boruto situation?
Yeah. And then lastly, Rift Apart. That's the other reason.
Rift Apart was cool.
Yeah.
So Rift Apart,
That's the one where they were like showing off the PS5's.
yo, that
SSD,
was cool as fuck.
where you could literally go to different worlds.
There was
Meet
so many cool things, like where the rifts that you pull like it was so fucking cool. Like anytime where like there was a rift, like you could do so many cool things with that. It was really cool.
And that's the one, Anthony, that you were talking about. Or like the design of the other one.
Yeah.
That's what that one was. I'm sorry, I'm looking at her. She's literally just a white one instead of an orange one. Oh, she has a robot arm.
I'm not saying it's like the best character design. I'm just saying she looks a little bit better than him.
I don't know. I think Ratchet's a great character design. Because he hasn't changed at all either. I think he puts on a shirt. Like that's the only change he's had. But the shirt is orange, so it still blends in with his fur. So like he looks almost exactly the same in every game. It's pretty great. Same with Clank. Clank was the same. So yeah, I think Ratchet and Clank is probably the most consistent, other than
Because they keep it. Besides those two, the All for One and Full Frontal Assault, they kept it the same. And the cool thing about it is they always what makes it such
I think
a.
it's also always Insomniac, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think they ever.
The other thing about those games is they
Oh yeah, this world. I just realized where you were. This is the last world I ever played.
they keep it the same, and they always get a little more kooky when it comes to the jokes and the weapons.
So you know what I compare it to? It's what Borderlands tried to do seriously. Because Borderlands is like trying to be serious to a degree, or realistic, quote unquote, and they're like, here's a billion weapons with weird combos and shit. Whereas Ratchet and Clank is like, no, you get like 20 weapons, but they're the weirdest thing you've ever seen in your life, and that's why it's fun.
And they have the same type of So the cool thing about one of the cool things I love about fucking Ratchet and Clank that makes you want to use all the different weapons is that the more you use them, they will level up and they will get stronger and stronger and stronger up until when they get max level. Then they turn into something even kookier. Like so, I remember one of the
game.
I think it was Rift Apart. So it was you summon what's his name?
Pork?
Mr. Zircon.
Oh, I remember Mr. Zircon.
Mr. Zircon.
Because I played a bunch of Tools of Destruction. That's
So
the one I played.
Mr. Zircon, when you max level the Mr. Zircon glove, you get Mrs. Zircon as a fucking like when you throw her. So you throw it, and instead of spawning Mr. Zircon, it spawns a Mrs. Zircon, which spawns little Mr. Zircons, and she fights along. She keeps spawning them.
Oh wow!
Which
That's
is so cool. It was so cool, and so the levels themselves. I mean, not the levels. The weapons, like if you use them more and more and more, they get stronger. But then if you get to their max level, then they usually get something really kooky or really powerful or stupid. Like some guns, like when you get the max level, they're just stupidly broken.
By the way, I'm being kind of quiet because this is like the most information I've ever received for anything Ratchet and Clank related.
Hey, there you go.
Like
Again,
Ratchet
a
Clank,
series of... Okay, you gotta remember, I did not grow up with the PS2. I didn't get that until
I didn't either. The only
like
reason I know
7 years ago.
Ratchet and Clank is because technically our first PlayStation console was PS2, and we got it randomly from a fucking person who was giving it up, and they left their copy of GTA 3 in it. Hysterical.
That's hilarious.
We were like 15. They're like, fuck it, GTA 3. But we
basically
got it. We got it so we had a system that could play Guitar Hero and Rock Band. Like, I barely had any games for PS2 other than that. Then we got a PS3, a new PS3, and we're like, okay, now let's actually get some Sony games. And one of them was Tools of Destruction. And that's like how I got introduced to the Ratchet and Clank franchise. Which is funny because like Tools of Destruction works as a like quasi entry point.
Yep.
Because it's like a little bit of a time skip, and they're like, okay, there's just here you go, Ratchet and Clank Adventure. Yeah. But yeah, so Ratchet and Clank definitely like I think the superior franchise overall so far.
Of a run-on series, definitely, it's only had a hand. Like I said, the only two that I could think of that were bad were All for One and Full Frontal Assault.
Well, here's the shortest one we're going to talk about, probably.
Sly?
Jack Daxter.
Oh, alright. I mean, from what I've played for Jak 1, it's pretty good. It's alright. It's not too bad.
So there's only 6 games.
Really?
Yeah, and then the collection.
Alright.
So we got Precursor Legacy, the first one.
It's alright, not too bad.
It's dated now, but like it's still
I watched my wife play it, and she like got a little frustrated with some of the weird controls.
By the way, you know she's like totally invited to do these, right?
I know.
Alright.
She normally works like.
Alright.
But yeah, so like she'd been playing through it. She was a Jak and Daxter girl, and
yeah, I remember hearing her
it's
talk
fun,
about that
but
girl.
the dated controls bothered me.
It's
Which I'm like,
dated
that's
as hell.
fair. Jak 2. I think Jak 2 is interesting because they changed the tone.
Big time.
Not to mention Jak can actually talk in that.
Yeah, Jak Dog, yeah.
And then 3 is when he got like the dark mode.
Yeah.
I remember commercials for this like crazy when I was a kid.
No, because like I watched my wife play through the original game, and she's like, "I'm gonna show you the weirdest thing about the sequel." And she shows me the sequel. And it starts out with like Daxter looking for Jak in like a weird dark city, and then he finds him, and he's got like a beard now. And the first thing that happens is he wakes up and he talks, and the first words out of his mouth is like, "I'm gonna kill him," and I'm like, "Oh,
that's your first
what
words?
happened to my boy?" What happened to him? This poor man. That's so fun. Anyways, yeah, so the ratings that I'm seeing is that the original is getting a 90, which I think that's probably just for the time. It was really, really good.
It was.
Jak 2 they gave 87, and Jak 5 they gave it 85.
So it went
Or Jak
down.
3, sorry. It went a little bit down.
Well, I remember Jak X. I thought wasn't that
Jak
terrible?
X is the racing game.
Wasn't that terrible? Didn't people not like that one?
I don't even
They gave it a
remember
77.
hearing about that.
I think unfortunately what it was is that Sony probably saw how popular Crash Team Racing was, and they're like, we got to take our other franchises and give them kart racers. And so they're like, all right, we'll do a kart Jak game, I guess. And they did, and people were like, that's fine.
Then they also had to compete with Mario Kart and everything too.
And then I never played the other ones listed here, but Daxter, he got his own.
Yeah, you got a PSP game.
Yeah, he got a PSP game like Clank did.
I don't think I played
Well,
that.
who got their PSP game first?
Let me look.
I don't think I
Because
played
I
that.
remember seeing Daxter on
Daxter
shelves.
came out in 2006, and then.
That sounds about right, actually.
Secret Agent Clank was 2008, so it was Daxter version.
So they copied him.
And then the last one that I don't know is Jak and Daxter: The Lost Frontier.
That sounds vaguely
I
familiar.
don't know what this one is. It
The
was
Lost-
a PS2 game.
Lost
It was a different
Frontier.
developer. High Impact Games.
Did you say PS2?
It says it's PSP and PS2.
Huh.
Interesting.
Interesting.
It was the 6th and final installment developed by High Impact Games. It was originally released in November 2009 for the PlayStation Portable and PlayStation 2. And then it was also released, or re-released in March 2024 for the PS4, and then later the PS5. It's the only title featuring Jak and Daxter as playable characters that Naughty Dog didn't make. It has a 74 critically.
That's not too bad. I mean, a C is still decent.
This is funny. It says Sam Thompson of Naughty Dog retroactively said that they would have done things differently and that he's not happy with it being Jak's swan song since it's his last game.
Huh.
And I'm like, oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Because, like, at least, for example, Ratchet and Clank has always been made by
Why does
Insomniac.
Naughty Dog always like
So, like, for example,
kick the
they-
bucket with certain of their
I was gonna
franchises?
say, so if they stopped making Ratchet and Clank games, the last game will have been ripped apart, and at least Insomniac made it. You know,
And
It's
Ripped Apart was
they,
fun.
they made their last one and it was good. But unfortunately for Jak and Daxter, it's like, yeah, the last game for them, we didn't even make it, man. Like, oh well.
It's like, hot damn. All right, bring me Sly. I want to roast this asshole.
Yeah, it says the
Sly.
gameplay from Lost
You don't like
Frontier
Sly?
is
I
similar
do.
to 2 and 3. So.
Not a fan of the first game.
Are we talking about Sly now?
So,
Yep. Bring me Sly. I need to hear this.
So Sly of the first game, definitely there was
if my wife hears this episode, you better be careful. Sly is her baby.
so Sly, the thing about Sly 1 is the time thing.
She still have the turtle as her avatar on.
She might.
Yes,
She might,
she
yeah.
does. The
Benny or whatever his name is.
no.
Yeah, so really, there's only 4 or 5 Sly games.
So the thing is about the Sly
Depending on how
1,
you-
you know what Sly the thing that's fucking awful about Sly 1 is the time trials.
Oh god.
The time trial
Yeah.
things for Sly 1 is the only
I watched her do that.
The
There's like
only
3
negative thing.
fun things for me in Sly 1, and one of them being the freaking crocodile fight, where you're doing it to
Oh,
like
the-
music.
Oh, the rhythm thing.
Yeah.
I will say, looking at the scores, it's very consistent. So we got Sly 1. You said the worst part was the time trial. Did you say it's really, really good?
Really good.
No, the worst part was the freaking driving shit. I hate
Oh,
those
that
Oh.
damn
With
was
Murray?
moments. Yes,
Murray?
with Murray.
That bad.
I
Not
do,
that bad.
I do remember my wife doing one of the racing ones where she had to beat.
Oh
the guys
my
in a circle,
God.
And there were like obstacles, and she had limited boosts. And
Yeah.
she had to do that like 20 times.
I have never played a worse driving anything in my
Not
life.
fun. Not saying it was fun, but it wasn't awful.
Yeah. Well, it's also 2002.
Yeah, it wasn't awful.
Very early PS2.
Yeah.
So it's like
Wasn't awful.
Give it a good, yeah. Band of Thieves.
That was the second one, right?
Yeah.
Wait, what
Way
was the
better.
grade
Yeah.
you gave it? You gave the first one?
Oh, they gave it an 86. It was really good. Not as good as the Ratchet and Clank stuff. The Ratchet
I'd give it
and
a
Clank stuff-
lower grade.
Like the second game, amazing. Took everything about the first one, took away those stupid time trial things, and then instantly became better.
Yeah, no, they agreed that you have 88. And then what about Honor Among Thieves? Third.
Honor Among Thieves. So, one thing I remember the second one that what they did is they took away the bottles, the clue bottles.
Ooh, I do remember the bottles.
So I think in the first game they had the clue bottles, which was cool. In the second game, I think they took away the clue bottles, which I didn't like. But then in the third one, they put them back. The only thing to criticize about the third game that I didn't like is that it had like an overworld, like a huge overworld where you had to collect all the clue bottles there. That was kind of annoying.
Nick, when you get to them, tell me which ones were the ones made by Senzaburo or whatever that company name was.
I forgot to beat this guy.
I was gonna say there's only one more, which is
It's the one with the it's like the mini game ish one, isn't it?
Well, no, there's Thieves in Time, the fourth one.
Wasn't there a little mini game?
I'm looking at it. It's Bentley's Hack Pack or something.
Yeah, that was.
That's the one you're. Those two are both Senzaru games.
Yeah, those. Were
You know
kinda cool. Those were
who
kinda
those guys are, right?
No.
They're the ones who made the DS games for Sonic Boom.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Well, I heard the DS game Boom games weren't that bad.
They weren't actually.
Yeah, I heard those.
First one, shit. Second one,
But also,
not shit.
Apparently, they were the ones who made the Sly Collection. So,
Yep.
so that company has made all of the Sly Cooper games.
Yep.
Technically.
And you know who worked
After
on
Sucker Punch stopped.
and you know who worked on Boom for the Wii U, right?
That was like Sega regular, wasn't it?
Nope.
Or Sonic Team? I mean,
Nope.
Who the fuck did Boom?
Big Red Button, who used to be a consistent crew of those who worked on Jack and Daxter.
That's crazy.
Yep.
After everything we just talked about, Jack, you're telling me a bunch of people from Naughty Dog went to make.
I don't think it was. I think it was like their lower crew or something like that. Not like the main guys, but it was some people who work on like something like think of Jack and Daxter.
I'm looking at it right now.
I can't remember, but it was Big Red Button's only freaking game they worked on.
It says developers, Big Red Button and Euphoria, I guess, and Sanzaro Games, and Sonic Team. But Big Red Button Entertainment, hang on.
Sonic Team had barely any involvement in it, really.
Yeah,
I can tell you right now,
members from companies such as Naughty Dog, Heavy Iron Studios, Luxo Flux, and High Impact Games, and they were responsible for the development and production of Rise of Lyric.
Now you guys understand why they move like they move, and all sorts of bullshit!
That's hilarious.
I can tell you that Sly 4
Yeah, Thieves' Time.
was the one that like I think it was a significant downgrade. Like,
Dude, okay.
like
Again, the DA game is actually not too bad,
motherfucker.
but I
Okay.
hated what was considered the boss fights because you're just like doing these on-rail things against these giant robot worms.
I mean,
And
yeah, looking at it, they gave it a 75.
Like, Sly 4 wasn't.
80s, yeah.
Sly 4 wasn't like compared to the others, whereas like nowhere.
There was more.
I don't want to say
fun.
it's nowhere close, but it definitely was a downgrade.
Weren't we gonna get a new game and then it got canned or something?
No,
like
we're
that?
gonna get a movie.
Well, I knew about that too.
Until the Ratchet and Clank movie did that. Because Sony was like, all right, we're entering the movie scene, and we're gonna do animated movies based off of our properties. And they started with Ratchet and Clank, and it was so average and so far no one saw it, and they didn't advertise it, that they had an animation test for the Sly Cooper movie where they made them look more realistic.
They actually looked good.
They looked interesting. I gave them that. And then they just never did anything. And I'm like, Sly Cooper, I think, could have worked really well as a movie.
Oh, of course it is. It's a freaking heist thing.
Yeah, I think Ratchet and Clank maybe wasn't their best foot to start with. Because, like,
Which is
it's
because weird considering it seems to be their best franchise so
no,
far.
it is. That's why they picked it. They're like, it's our most consistent franchise. We still make games for it, and they're making a game for it right now. So we want to cross promote. But then they're like, okay, what's the story? And it's like, it's such a out there story that it's like, is anyone gonna give a shit about this? Versus Sly Cooper is like, he's part of a family of honorable thieves.
That would have been
He
the best
loses
way
his
to-
shit, so he has to do heists. That is such an easy story to write.
Yeah.
Versus like, what even is Ratchet and Clank's story?
Well, you can end it here if you want. I don't know how long it is.
We can go like a couple more minutes or something like that because we're on a bit of a roll here on this conversation.
Yeah, well, I mean that was the ones I was thinking of. And any other like major PlayStation franchises you think that can stand up to those?
Uncharted.
So
God of
See,
War.
that's getting to the PS3. I was trying to stick to the same era.
Oh.
So-
Spyro. We can go further. if you
I
want.
will say this. Each one in my heart was a 10 out of 10.
So here,
Medieval.
I'm going to also point out right now when it comes to anybody who's watching the series.
Absolutely. Medieval. Great.
Now,
Medieval 2. Great.
For everybody that's watching the Spyro gameplay for the Spyro game, I fucking hate this world.
Oh boy.
Magic Crafter's world sucks. This is the worst world ever.
I think when I was watching the speedrunner like history of this game, they did mention this is the world where you want to do the least amount of shit because
It sucks.
good.
This world sucks.
So,
The
like, collect the
second,
minimum of what you need and then move on.
so the second worst world. Then after that is the world. After that was the bog.
The final world.
No, it's the bog.
Guys, look. Spyro can swim through the wood. He's clearly going through everything. He's transparent.
Yeah, that's weird. So this world is the worst. The next one after this is the second worst, and then the world after that is the third worst world, in my opinion.
So it goes from really bad to slightly better, but still worse than everything you've already done.
So we've gone through PS era 1 and 2 of franchises.
Didn't we really cover one? Well, I guess
Well,
Crash.
Crash and Spyro. That was Crash and Spyro.
Is there any other big ones you think that are mentionable from one?
I'm trying to think of everyone from freaking PlayStation All Stars.
For people, I mean, these ones aren't really significant anymore, but like there's Power Up Like a Rapper and Ape Escape. Those are both.
I mean, were
But I
they
thought Ape Escape was
franchises?
originally on PS2.
Oh, was it PS2? It might have been PS2.
Yeah, I think
I know
Ape
Power Up
Escape
Like a Rapper was PS1.
Were they franchise or were they standalones? Because I
No.
remember only like one
Ape
Parappa
Escape-
the Rapper game.
So Ape Escape got a few. Ape Escape, I think, got like 5 or 6 games.
Really?
Yeah.
They got a couple. Here we go. I'm just gonna look at Sony franchises, just to.
Well, I don't think we'll have enough time to tackle the rest of them, but
Oh no!
I think the big four are if there's a Mount Rushmore of classic PS characters, Crash, Spyro, Ratchet and Clank, and Jack and Daxter, and then maybe, oh yeah, I guess Sly. It's a 5-headed thing.
Here we go. Someone made a picture of like, or a bunch of pictures of like each system and what they think are like some of the most significant franchises. So on their list for PS1, we got Ape Escape, we got Parappa the Rapper, Gran Turismo.
This is a race
For
game.
PS1?
Nobody cares.
Yeah, it started in PS1. Nobody cares about that. I think Gran Turismo only became significant when they started going hyper realistic in like the PS3.
Yeah, probably.
And then
That's
like
the
you
only time
mentioned,
I remember it.
Medieval.
Yeah,
And
Evil.
I think this is a big one to talk about if any of us played Twisted Metal.
Yep.
Oh god, I didn't even think about Twisted Metal for some reason.
Twisted Metal. I think it's because most people don't think of Twisted Metal
Because it died.
It died, but also the most significant release that people give shit about was later, and that was Twisted Metal Black. That's the one that everyone's like, that's the best one. You know.
Yeah, but god, I think about Twisted Metal every now and then, and especially like in the movie Big Daddy, the kids playing Twisted Metal a couple times.
It is interesting in this pic. Oh, and then he also includes
Also a good show.
MLB The Show, whatever. Wipeout, which I forgot was a PlayStation 1 franchise before. Like,
I remember Wipeout. Wipeout was fun.
Yeah, they did a new game on.
No.
I remember there was one that was.
No, not Wipeout. Not Wipeout. Burnout.
Burnout.
Burnout fun.
I was just wondering if you wanted to hang out with me and smoke some weed and drink diet sodas and play Burnout. Sorry. Every time I think of Burnout.
God, I need to watch the third season of that.
It's so good.
I know. I love that. I love how he mentions Burnout. When he mentions
And then finally
Burnout,
when they actually play the game, he's like, man, you suck at this. And they're actually playing Burnout.
Yeah.
So anyways, but yeah. And then they also included. Where did it go?
How is God of War not being
mentioned?
mentioned?
Show Crash and Spyro, and I think that's because they were only exclusive at the start of Sony, and then later they weren't. And then Siphon Filter, which I've never heard of.
Siphon Filter.
That's on that picture. Yeah, but here, PS2. I feel like we're gonna know all of these. We already talked about Jack and Daxter, Ratchet and Clank, Sly Cooper, God of War.
Yeah.
Excellent. But I think God of War is in a weird position where it's like the first half is middle Sony, the second half is current Sony. So you can't even really talk about the franchise.
you little bastard.
Unless you're doing like classic and current. Ooh, he's juking you. He's juking you.
You little bastard.
Because the camera, man.
You know.
Get that xenomorph headed son of a
There
bitch.
you go. Nice.
Oh, yeah, we're playing
Here's some of the
Spyro.
franchises I kind of forgot about for PS2. Or just significant games. I guess it's not franchises. Killzone? Do you remember Killzone?
Yeah, the one
Killzone.
that died on the PS4.
What was it?
I
Infamous? Or,
remember 3. Was it Killzone 3 was on the PS3?
PS3.
yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Infamous where you play as a dude with powers or whatnot?
That's going to be in the next
Also
page
died
for
on the PS4, and it wasn't that it was a bad game. It's just they didn't make another one.
Yeah. Dude, okay. I want to take side tangent and talk about Infamous. Infamous is fantastic.
Yeah.
I fucking love Infamous. And I played all of them, except for the DLC only game that was.
Oh, Second Light?
Second Light. I didn't play it.
Or something like I think it was
Yeah,
called
but I
Second
played
Light.
1 and 2, and I played Second Son. All fantastic games. And that was that one was Naughty Dog? Or
Sucker Punch.
Sucker Punch, that's right. Which, what a trajectory for those guys. Those are fantastic games. I think those could go on the echelon of like all 3 of them are great. I think.
Okay, his horn deal is pretty dang cool looking. It's spiraling and there's a crystal in the middle.
But back on the top of the PS2, other significant games I mentioned. I didn't play them, but the SOCOM games.
I played a few.
Okay, are they good?
They were good for what they were. They're mostly just a bunch of army games, and a lot of them were significant on. There was, I think, a handful on PS3 and then some on PSP.
Okay. This one they're listing here, but I think it's not a franchise, but they're like you gotta talk about it. Shadow of the Colossus, which is correct.
Yeah.
That is one of the greatest PS2 games of all time. And then this is hysterical to me, but putting SingStar. I'm like, really?
SingStar?
Like I don't give a fuck.
I thought they would put something like significant, like fucking what's it called?
Guitar Hero.
Not
Guitar Hero was PS2.
Not Guitar Hero.
Well, started on.
But it wasn't a PS2 like
It was
the
a-
brand.
What's her goddamn name?
Bad Princess?
Yeah, there it is.
Eh.
That was PS3.
Oh, that's right, PS3.
Yeah, PS2.
Oh, I forgot. I need.
Yeah, I
to
don't
get
know what
to
other PS2 franchises. But for they actually have PSP on.
They probably don't have Guitar Hero because remember it went to 360.
Yeah, it was not exclusive. I don't even. I never had a PSP. Did you have a PSP? So then tell me if you recognize any of these. Invisimals.
I know of it. I didn't buy it because I thought the game it was done.
I know of this one because it has a stage in PlayStation All Stars, Loco Roco.
Played it.
I remember the stage, yeah.
I also know this one for the same reason, Patapon. I heard Patapon
Yeah.
is actually really good.
Yes.
And we got, let's see, Echo Chrome,
I don't think I played that.
Pursuit Force, Field Commander,
That one I don't know.
Untold Legends. Never heard of any of these. I'm moving on to PS3. This is where we get some really good shit we're going to recognize. So we got Uncharted, obviously.
Yeah.
Infamous, already talked about it. Last of Us, literally one of the most legendary franchises ever.
Yeah, franchise, only 2 games, and one keeps getting remade up the ass.
I remember I had this game. Fucking Resistance? Do you remember
Resistance?
I remember
Fall
hearing
Band
about Resistance,
was
yeah.
so fun.
Yep, I remember we had that. Because we played online a little bit, didn't we?
No, you know what it was?
I don't remember. I
It's,
know I played it.
So, do you remember? Were you there? I wonder.
Okay.
The first time I ever fucking played Resistance was at fucking Josh's house,
Oh my god.
and it was for a birthday party, and I spent all fucking night being the first one.
I don't know, man.
I don't know if you were there.
And then, remember Motorstorm?
That's
So fucking off-roading racing.
yeah, Jesus Christ.
Demon Souls, which is like, that was the start.
Yeah.
That was the start of it. This is crazy that we haven't brought it up yet, but I guess because PS3. Little Big Planet. Oh my god, do I miss
Oh, I didn't even...
Little Big
wow.
Planet was fucking amazing. I'm so sad that it sort of just...
So
fizzled.
we're gonna end it here because I can't do it. I need to take a break from another fucking speed.
Alright. Let's just look up Tinkerbell's ass right there, I guess.
Because
Like, I'm good. I don't need to
Alright, we'll end it right here.
I don't need to do another speedway right now.
We'll continue
Give me
this
like
another
10
time.
minutes. Fucking hell.
See you guys soon for more Spyro, where we talk about other franchises.
And you'll probably see me do the speedway and want to hate life.